Friends, you're welcome to today's tutorial. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for staying with me. So if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, Infinity's Gallery, please kindly subscribe, okay? For more amazing content. Like and share the video to your friends and well-wishers. So today, we'll be looking into how to sew a BUBU kaftan. So we have this net fabric. It has been folded into 4. Yes. So I went ahead and created a starting point. I made it a straight line. So this fabric is a net fabric. It's a lace as well. Net lace fabric. It's always unique in its nature. So from that starting point, I came down to create or to find the full length of the gown, which is 60 inches. Just 1 inch is for folding at the hemline. So from the starting point, I came down to create the sleeve opening. Remember, it's a BUBU, so which is 10 inches. I chalked it down, and also the waist measurement, which is 16 inches from the shoulder point, and also the hip measurement, which is 25. I chalked them down. So what I will do next is to create a shoulder measurement as well, the neckline. So the width of the neckline is 4 inches. That's the width, the wideness. While for the front, the back rather, is 1 inch depth. And the front is 4 inches. I trace it down all the way to the width. I came down 1 inch for the shoulder slant, which I will connect all the way from that sleeve area to the neckline area. Just like so. I trace it down to meet the sleeve length. So I went ahead and curved the back neckline, and I went ahead and cut the back first. I cut the back neckline first, after which I will remove the back to cut the front, and also I cut the shoulder slant. So here we go. So I've cut the shoulder slant, after which I'll cut the front neckline. So now for our sleeve opening, like I said before, our material is folded into 4, just this way. That means we are cutting the front and the back together. So what I will do next is to create the sleeve opening, which is 10 inches as I said before. So on that line, I will take the bust measurement. The bust of my client is 38 inches. I chalk down 9.5 inches. 38 divided by 4, we have 9.5. I went ahead and added extra 2 inches. So also for the waist, which is 36 inches, I went ahead and chalked down 9 inches and added extra 2 inches. So I trace it from the bust to the waist. Now for the hip measurement, which is 44 inches into 4, we have 11 inches. I chalk down 11 inches. So this our allowance for joining will be the line we are going to. Remember, it's a BUBU, but my client wanted it to be in a kaftan form. So that is where we are going to stitch. She does not really want too much of the material by the sides. So I trace it all the way from the hip to the hemline. The same measurement of the hip all the way down to the hem of the lace. So at that point, which is I'm going to curve it like so. Exactly at the allowance point, I trace it to give it a curve. I came up just 1 inch, came the way up from that angle and connected it to meet the bust. Like I said, my client does not really want much material by the side of the BUBU. So I had to cut the remaining fabric out to give it this or that shape. And also I went ahead and opened the sleeve opening. I opened up the sleeve. Just like so, and also trace it all the way to the hem of the gown. The cutting actually is to give it a shape. She wanted a shaped or a fitted BUBU. So what I will do now is to open it up. I open it up and remove the back for me to work on the front neckline. Remember, it was just the back neckline that we cut. Now I'm going to work on the front neckline. Like I said before, the wideness is 4 inches and also the depth is 4 inches as well. So I went ahead to confirm it. What I will do now is to curve it out and cut. Like so. So that's that for our front bodice. So what I will do next is to close it on both shoulders, but before then I'll work on the back bodice for a little adjustment. Now we came down for the back bodice for the depth 1 inch, so I want to increase it a little. So I went ahead and added more ½ inch. So that means what we have there is 1.5 inches for the back depth. So I went ahead and cut it out. So what I did next was to close in our neckline with bias. So bias is just in this form. For those that don't know it, we have 2 lines in a bias. You can use the same fabric to create your bias, or you can use this. So first of all, you place it just in this form. The first line, you stitch on it, place it all the way on the right side of the fabric and leaving some space like so, and you go ahead and stitch it all the way round using the first line. Remember, I said on the right side of the fabric, and turn it and stitch on the second line. So I'll also do the same on the second bodice, which is the back. Also, like so, you place it all the way on the first line and stitch all the way around and turn it. So I'll do it and show us the fabric. So here we have stitched. I've gone ahead to join the bias on the front and the back bodies. So what I will do next is to place the right side of the bodice facing each other and close it on both shoulders. So it has been closed on the shoulders like so. So I went ahead and opened it up. The right side of the fabric facing me, just like so. So I'll go ahead and create the center point, just the way you see me doing it. I'll create the center point of the front and the back bodies. This will enable me to mark down the bust, the waist, and the hip body measurements on both sides. Yes, the center point will serve as the midpoint. So I've done that all the way from the front, the neckline, down to the hem of the gown. So for bust measurement, the bust of my client is 38 into 2. Remember, we are dividing into 2 because we have just the front and the back bodies together facing each other. It's not folded into 4 now. So what we have there is 9 into 2, we have 19 inches. So that means I will mark at the center point we have 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches on the left side and also 9.5 on the other side. So here we are going to stitch. And also remember, I'm working on the right side of the fabric right now. I'm marking it just on the right side of the fabric. So also for our waist, which is 36 divided by 2, I have right there 18 inches. So that means we'll mark 9 inches on both sides, taking note of the center point. Taking note of the center point, that means we have 9 on the one side and 9 inches on the other side. So we have 9 inches right there. So I went ahead and marked it out and trace it to the bust. Also on the other side, which is also 9, and also trace it all the way up to meet the bust measurement. So that's that for the waist. Now for the hip. The hip circumference is 44 inches. So that means we'll have 44 divided by 2, we have 22 inches. We have 11 inches on one side and 11 inches on the other side. So that's that. So I connected it all the way from the waist to the hip, like so. I also do the same on the other side. We are trying to create our BUBU measurements. Like I said before, my client does not really want much fabric by the sides. That was why I had to cut out a little. So watch what I will do next. I went ahead and fastened the bust measurement, the waist measurement. I fastened it with a pin. A pin will help me to also give it a mark on the other side. Remember, the front bodice is facing me. So while working on the back bodice, the pin that I'm placing will assist or will enable me to know where the actual body measurement is. So now I've gone ahead and stitched all the way right on the marked area. I've joined the front and the back bodies together like so. So what I will do next is to flip it just this way. I'll close up the sides. Yes, I'll close up the sides with a bias on both left and the right sides. I'll close it up with bias. You can as well close it up with the fabric. You just have to fold it all the way in, but I want to use bias to beautify it a little. So I went ahead and placed the bias just this way, all the way on the right side of the fabric. This will take a long strip. All you need to do is to take the measurement all the way around the area you want to work upon. If you don't have enough bias, you can make use of the fabric to fold it. So I went ahead and placed it on the right side, worked stitch on the first line and turn it to the right side. So I'm going to stitch this or do this all the way around on both left and the right sides. At the same time, fold in the lower hem. At the hem area, I'm going to close it up with the fabric, like so, and stitch all the way around. So that's that. So for the slit opening, all the way from the hem, I came up 12 inches. 12 inches on both sides, and I shocked it down. So that means at that point to the hem point is going to be open, just for easy movement. So now I'm going to do this and show us the final look of the gown. So here our sides have been stitched down with the bias. Look at it all the way around to the hem of the gown. So on both sides it have been joined or stitched to the fabric like so. So the lower part I've closed in, leaving the slits opening just the way you see it. And at the same time I've closed the hem part. I've closed it up, folded in the actual measurement. So that's that for our tutorial today. So thank you so much for watching to this point. God bless you all. Just click like and subscribe. Click on notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.